Well, in just hours, history is set to lift off once again. For the first time in more than 50 years, a four-person crew is preparing to launch from Kennedy Space Center on a 10-day mission looping around the Earth and the lunar surface. NBC's Larissa Abreu is live in Florida with the preview of this landmark moment. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dave. So I'll have to tell you that the day is finally here. And for Titusville, Florida, this is like the Super Bowl. The hotel that we're staying in is completely booked. And that's the story across many hotels here across this area. But I want to bring you to the park. We're currently standing at the Spaceview Park, and we've seen how slowly families are trickling in. On the other side of the park, there's already RVs that are lined up. People have brought their lawn chairs and couple snacks as well, all to witness history in the making.
The countdown is on at Kennedy Space Center as NASA prepares to launch Artemis II, its first crewed mission to the moon since the Apollo era.
We're ready. The rocket is ready. We are ready. NASA is ready.
On board, 4 astronauts, Commander Reid Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialist Christina Koch, and Jeremy Heisman, each making history, including the first woman and the first black astronaut to travel to the moon.
I also hope we are pushing the other direction, that one day we don't have to talk about these first, that one day this is just, and I listen to this, that this is the human history. It's about human history. It's the story of humanity, not black history, not women's history, but that it becomes human history.
This mission won't land on the moon, but it is a critical test, sending humans farther into space than we've ever gotten in decades. Engineers will be watching everything from life support systems to how the spacecraft handles extreme speeds re-entering Earth's atmosphere. After liftoff, the crew will orbit Earth before slingshotting around the moon and heading back home in a 10-day mission through deep space.
It is our strong hope that this mission is the start of an era where every person on Earth can look at the moon and think of it as also a destination.
Back here on Earth, thousands are expected to line Florida's coast for a front row seat to witness history in what's shaping up to be one of the biggest launches in decades. If it all goes as planned, Artemis II won't just launch a rocket, it will launch the next era of human space exploration.
Failure is not an option, but I think it is often misunderstood. It's not that we never fail, it's that we don't quit.
And this mission is contingent on the weather. Very important that the weather conditions hold up here in Florida. A couple moments ago, we did have a light shower that passed by, but I'll tell you what, if a light shower is anywhere around the vicinity, about 3 nautical miles away, the mission will get scrubbed. So we are keeping our fingers crossed that it goes down without a hitch.
Yeah, no question. Weather always a factor, but this is fascinating, no question about it. All right, Larissa, thank you for this live report. And Matt, that brings us to you. She brought up the weather. It is all weather permitting. Can you give us an idea of what things will look like tonight?
Let's talk about it. Yeah, we've got our front here locally, but down to the south, there's a high pressure feeding all that. And that high pressure down in Florida is bringing a strong easterly wind. If you vacation in Florida, you know how it goes. They get the daily pop-up showers and thunderstorms. We'll have a few of those. This east wind brings the moisture, and you can see there are a few showers around right now. They're very tiny, but as she mentioned, you can't have any rain in the forecast anywhere within 3 nautical miles of that launch. And so here's your forecast today. Fine during the day, maybe a shower around noon. It does look like we'll be nice and dry for that launch later on this afternoon into the evening hours. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Wind will be a little brisk, but they're okay with that. But in terms of the showers, we should get them out of the way with some pop-ups around Cape Canaveral this morning, and then midday into early afternoon. After that, should bring in a little bit drier air. So we look good to launch here later on today. Danita.
All right, thank you, Matt.